Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Global Digital
Oh,
Success.
Thoughts.
that's
Hi.
ah,
Hi.
Um, Happy and blessed Monday to everyone, or happy and blessed Tuesday if you're ready on Tuesday. So let's find out what is our topic for today.
Yes, welcome back to Global Digital Success Talks. Our topic for today is why growth begins when we become willing to learn something new.
Yes, thank you, Isabel. So that's our topic for today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, hi everyone. My name is Yesenia, but everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by profession. I live here in Ontario, Canada, but I'm original from Cuba. I have my business online and I'm a mentor at the same time.
Hi there, I'm Fulak, living in Indiana, USA, mom of three, building a better future for myself and my family from educator to retail operations specialist. Every challenge has shaped my journey. Today, as a digital entrepreneur and mentor, I help community to believe in new opportunities. Thank you.
Hola, hola. Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico. I'm now residing in North Carolina. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a former educational assistant, and now a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hi everyone, my name is Christiana. I am the face behind Christiana Digital. I am a registered nurse. I'm originally from Nigeria. I reside in Texas and I'm a proud business owner and also a mentor.
Hi, my name is Patsy. Originally, I'm from Brunei. Now I'm residing in Edmonton, Alberta, and now I'm a retired. I'm a mom of four and grandma to nine. I am now a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Thank you, everyone. So let's start with our topic for today.
Today's topic is why growth begins when we become willing to learn something new.
Yes, thank you, Falak. Yes, that's
You're
what we're going to be talking today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Global Digital Success Talk. So, today's conversation is about one simple decision that has the power to transform our life, and that is the decision to remain teachable. Every expert was once a beginner, and every leader was once a learner. So, every new opportunity often begins with a willingness to say, "I don't know this yet, but I'm willing to learn." So as you see, we say the yet. So today we'll discuss 5 reasons why growth begins when we become willing to learn something new. And for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
All right, so our points are point number one, learning expand our perspective. Number two, new skill create new opportunities. Number three, learning strength confidence. And number four, lifelong learns adapt more easily to change. And our fifth point is going to be growth begin with one decision. So stay with us and let's start.
Thank you, Jesse. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So let's dive in with our first point.
I'll be talking about learning expands our perspective. Every lesson we learn has the power to reshape the way we think and respond to life's challenges. As we gain knowledge, we begin to see opportunities where we once saw obstacles. Learning encourages us to question limiting belief, embrace new ideas, and grow with confidence. When we curious and open-minded, we develop the courage to take meaningful action. Personal growth does not happen overnight. It begins with a willingness to keep learning, improving, and believing that every step forward matters. The reflection on that is The knowledge you gain today can become the opportunity that transform your tomorrow's dream. My takeaway is growth begins when we become open to learning, and a commitment to learning is the first step towards lasting growth and new possibilities. Thank you.
Thank you, Falak. Yeah. So Falak just talked about learning expands our perspective. And just like Falak mentioned, when we are open to learning, suddenly we are able to see things that were no, like we couldn't see there before. So we see those possibilities that we never noticed before. All right. So let's move on to this next point.
All right, so our next point is new skills create new opportunity. And this is so true. Every skill add value. So learning prepares us for future opportunities. When new knowledge increase our confidence. So a skill often create a possibility we couldn't see before. So preparation usually comes before an opportunity. So you don't have the skills, you have to learn it. So the opportunity of tomorrow is often connected to the skill you choose to learn today. The more you learn, the more opportunity you can create. So sometimes we think that we are waiting for the right opportunity to come along so we can learn that new skill, but often that's not true. That's not what happened. That opportunity came after we learned that skill. We develop that skill to recognize, and then that's what we take advantage of the opportunity. So every new skill you learn expand what you are capable of doing, and it can open doors to a new career, to a new business opportunity, to new relationships, or even to level up our confidence. So the world is constantly changing, and those who continue learning are often the ones who continue growing. So that's how growth works. So every new skill stretches your potential and prepares you to the opportunity that may not even see yet. So because when you invest in learning, you are also investing in new possibilities.
Thank you, Jesse. So Jesse just talked about new skills create new opportunities. Just like Jesse mentioned, when you're open to learning and you learn those new skills, it opens those doors that for opportunities that before you didn't think that you were able to reach, but because now you gain those skills, you're able to. Jesse also added, "I'm ready to learn and grow." So there you go. So now let's move on to the next point.
Learning strengthens confidence. I believe one of the greatest gifts of learning is that it builds confidence. Many people struggle with self doubt because they are afraid of the unknown. They wonder, can I do this? Or am I capable enough? But confidence doesn't come from having all the answers. Confidence comes from learning, growing, and taking action. Every new skill we learn gives us a little more belief in ourselves. Every lesson we gain and every challenge we overcome reminds us that we are capable of more than we thought. Think about learning to drive, using technology, or starting something completely new. At first, it can feel uncomfortable and even scary, but as we learn and gain experience, our confidence begins to grow. The truth is, confidence is built on one's big small victory at a time. Every step forward, no matter how small, help us believe in ourselves a little more. That's why growth happens one lesson at a time. We don't become confident overnight. We become confident by showing up, learning, and continue to move forward. As the saying goes, confidence is built through action, not by waiting. So uh, this morning, I encourage all of us to keep learning, to keep trying, and to keep growing because learning has the power to transform uncertainty into confidence. Thank you.
Thank you, Patsy. So yeah, so Patsy just talk about learning strengthens confidence. And just like the example that the Patsy share about learning to drive a car, the first time you're trying to do that, it feels scary. But every time that you keep driving around the block, your confidence start building. So, and then one day you say, "Oh, I can't believe it! I was even nervous to do this." But that's how you learn to build that confidence by doing it, learning first the skills, right, and then practicing as you go through. All right, so let's move on to the next point.
Okay, so point number 4 is lifelong learners adapt more easily to change. If there's one thing life has taught me is that change is inevitable. When I first came to this country as an immigrant, everything felt unfamiliar. A new language, a new culture, any new way of life. I didn't have all the answers, but I had a choice. I could resist change or I could learn how to grow through it. Later, I found myself facing another challenging moment. My oldest daughter was preparing to leave for college, and I realized how much time had slipped away while I was working to help support my family. The pandemic came and it changed everything. Schools closed, routines disappeared, and once again, I was standing at a crossroad. In that moment, I understood something I had never fully realized before. Life will always change. The question is whether we're willing to grow with it. Instead of allowing fear to keep me from where I was, I chose to become a student again. I learned new skills. I embraced technology that once um, intimidated me. I stepped into a new role I knew nothing about because I believed that my future didn't have to look like my past. So looking back now, I see that every season of learning made me more resilient. And it wasn't just about gaining knowledge, it was about becoming the kind of person who could adapt instead of giving up when life was difficult and change. Because the women who knew um, or who continue learning are often the women who continue discovering new possibilities. And in a role that never stops changing, your willingness to keep learning can become your greatest advantage. So, today I want to leave you with this question. What change have you been resisting that could become your greatest opportunity if you chose to learn and grow through it? Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. We do have a comment here from Elvira Fernandez Villahuere. She say, "Hello, ladies, watching live from BC,
Hi,
Canada."
Elvira.
Hello, Elvira.
And she also says, "Yes, I agree. Lifelong learners also develop a strong positive mindset." So thank you, Elvira, for your
Thank you, Elvira.
comment. Thank you for watching the live.
Thank
Um,
you.
Isabel also add, when you choose to keep learning, you don't just prepare for change, you prepare yourself to thrive through it. So yeah, so Isabel just talk about lifelong learners adapt more easily to change. And I love something that she mentioned. She says, life will always change. And that is true. So when a good example of that, like you have a phone, right? But then the phone keeps upgrading, right? Because technology keeps evolving. So if you keep using the old version forever, you will never adapt to the new technology. But if you learn the new technology, you will keep learning the new futures, and that will help you to adapt faster and get most out of what's available today. So the same goes with learning. Learning will allow to be able to adapt easily to those changes. You're open to those new experiences and new learning. All right, so let's move on to the last point.
Yeah. Our last point is growth begins with one decision. What is that one decision? What is that one thing that you want to do? You don't need to know everything before you start. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be an expert before you start. That's one decision. Before you start taking steps, that decision just needs your one step at a time. And before you know it, you start becoming perfect in it. One decision to learn can change your future. Yes. One decision, one yes, one that's take one step that you take can actually change your life. Like some of us today, we started this business and it has been a changing moment for us. Things has turned around for each and every one of us because of this one decision. Progress happen one step at a time. You don't need to, you don't need so many steps. Just one step at a time can lead you to your progress. Consistently, willing to adapt can take you to where you are going to. Small daily improvement creates extraordinary long time growth. Small daily improvement, it can decide to learn one thing, it can decide to learn a particular skills, and it's going to carry you to the life you want. It's going to make you grow. And another point is, the most important lesson you ever learn may begin with one simple decisions. That important step, that important lessons in life can begin with one yes, one decision. The most the most important lesson you ever learn might begin with one simple decisions. I agree, because progress happen one step at a time. So my take home today is, your future can change the moment you decide to keep learning. They said that the day you stop learning is the day you start reducing. So learning every day makes us grow, makes us a better person, makes us more knowledgeable, and it makes us to be an expert. Nobody was born an expert. Even in that your job, you become a manager today, you were not born to be a manager. You grow on that job, you took that step, you took that decisions, and you see yourself becoming better. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christiana. Christiana just talked about growth begins with one decision. So I love what you say. The most important lesson today may begin with one decision, and that is true because many times we don't think that one decision will make an impact in our lives. But when we look back to a decision that we took, a few years back, we see that because of that decision, we are here today. So it makes an impact. And it's a good example also, like, for example, when you plant a fruit tree, right? You don't get the fruit tree from the same day you planted, but as time goes by, that plant fruit tree will give you a fruit, right? So the same thing, one small decision can provide something valuable for years to come. Um, so if you choose, for example, learn today, that learning decision that you take today can shape the future for you. All right, so let's find out what is your key takeaway for this topic.
Today's conversation reminds us that growth is available to anyone who remains willing to learn, no matter your age, no matter your background, no matter where you are today. So every lesson, every skill, every conversation has the potential to move you one step closer to the future you hope to create. And remember, you don't have to know everything. You simply need to remain willing to learn, because growth always begins with a decision.
Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so that's our key takeaway for this topic. And now let's find out what is our reflective question for the audience.
As you reflect on today conversation, ask yourself, what is one skill, habit, or area of knowledge you have been wanting to learn? Perhaps today is a perfect day to take the first step.
Thank you, Patsy. Yeah, so that's a reflective question for the audience. And we have arrived to the end of our lives. So we hope so that what we share today, why growth begins with becoming to learn something new, will inspire you. And remember, you don't have to have all the answers to create a better future. You simply need the humility to keep learning, because that one decision to grow today can open doors that you never imagined tomorrow. So that's for that topic. So now let's find out what is our topic for next Monday.
Yeah, next Monday's topic is why your mindset often determines the opportunities you see.
Yes, thank you, Christiana. So yeah, that's our topic for next Monday. So it will be a conversation about belief, perspective, resilience, and how developing a growth mindset help us recognize possibilities that were always there. So there you go. We have arrived at the end of our lives. We want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. I want to say thank you to Elvira, and also to Gregory Boyd, for the comments and for the heart and like emojis. So thank you one for being here with us today. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Monday for those on Monday, and a happy and blessed Tuesday for those who are already on Tuesday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. So thank you again, and we'll see you again on our next episode of the Global Digital Success.
Thoughts.
Talks.
Okay, bye.
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 Bye.